Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another recap, movie review, and this was on BET, but it also came on BET Plus. So we have The Sound of Music starring Neo, Drea Michelle, and Soraya. So let's just say, hold on. Sorry about that. So Soraya is played by Montana. She has a boyfriend. I'm not sure what his real name is. Big Mike. He also does videos with Country Wayne, and he plays her boyfriend, Rio. So yeah, and Neo is this billionaire dad, and his girlfriend is played by Drea Michelle, which her name is Chloe. And yeah, that's just the main character. So it starts off with Montana at Rio's house, and she's starting to feel like, how can I say, out of place. And she let him know how she was feeling. And what he do, he go bring up and throw it in her face like, you was basically laid off from your job 6 weeks ago, and I'm here for you. How are you here for her if you steady throwing that she lost her job in her face? Like, you be like, I know times is rough right now. You can, take all the time you need. So, like, be uplifting and comforting her, but he ain't do that. So she felt that they was like equally unyoked, like they wasn't seeing eye to eye. So she took it upon herself to, call it quits. She said, chucked up the deuces and said deuces. Like, she don't feel like there was more of a spiritual connection, because she goes to church, so she's more focused on the word of God and his beliefs, and giving her the wisdom and faith that she needs to pursue in each and every day of life. So basically she said, we're not there. He was talking about, can we go to church? Church has nothing to do with it. You got to be willing to find it within, so that way you can bring forth to the next person. So anyway, she deuced him and was out, packed up a little bit of stuff, and was out. So she went walking through the woods or whatever the case would be. She ended up coming across this bank, which is like a middle bridge or something. And she just started to sit down and think. And she sung this song. And then also she got a reminder on her phone that she had choir practice. So eventually she got up from that and left to go to choir practice. She ended up being late. And the choir director really basically got in on her once, they started singing their song. They were like, thank you for finally making it. She sounded beautiful. Also, she started talking to her friend about what happened. And then the choir director was like, well, since you was late, do you mind sharing with everybody else what you got on your mind, because you want to talk so much? You know how you be in school and you trying to talk to your friend, and the teacher call you out, and it's like, well, dang, she don't shut up or whatever. Let me do what I got to do. Yeah, that's what she felt like. So eventually she told everybody that she just broke up with her boyfriend. She lost her job, and she wants everybody to pray for her. And the choir director was like, yeah, we'll pray for you. And we got choir practice tomorrow, so make sure you be early. So after that was all and done, Sister Ophelia, one of the other ladies in the choir, was having something to say, but since she got interrupted by Montana, he spoke to her after. So after the choir rehearsal was finished, one of the ladies that sung in the choir, she called her outside. Well, they was already outside. Called her to her car and was asking her for called her into her car and asked her for a nanny position because of her grandkids, and she felt that it would be fit for her to, take that on, because Montana also stated that she's a teacher that's going back to school so that she can get her degree and stuff like that. So the lady was like, I think her name is Mother Chamberlain. Mother Chamberlain was like, okay, that's fine. And come to find out that, she is Quentin Chamberlain's mother. And so once she got all the information she needed, she told that it was a living position. She gets paid a certain amount, I guess, for the month or whatever the case would be. So she was like, I'll take it. I'll call you back tomorrow. So once she got out the car with her, Montana talked to her friend. And she was like, so what's the tea? So basically her friend told her that's Quentin Chamberlain's mother, that they're billionaires and they got a nice house, a mansion that is, and that's that. Because at first she was going to go stay with her friend. But now that she got this position, she, eventually she called her the next day, showed up. She was late, but she showed up. She showed up. And Mother Chamberlain greeted her. She had like this attitude on her face, smug look like. Yeah, but eventually she got there. She talked to her and told her to wait in the lobby, I guess, so she can go get Quentin so they can get acquainted. So she stood in front of this room that has like this beautiful, beautiful porcelain white piano. She went to go over there to sit down and touch the keys. Quentin comes out like, you're not supposed to be in this room. She get up and runs back. She was like, oh yeah, Mother Chamberlain told me to stay here. She was like a king on court. Like, eventually, she got to meet the kids. Deidre, she's played by Tanisha Arnold's daughter, Elijah. I don't know why I keep thinking her name is Ajane, but Elijah. She's played by Tanisha Arnold's daughter. Like, what? This is her first movie too, so congrats, Elijah. Congrats. And then her brother, the son, is Daniel. Beautiful kids. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful kids. Like you would think that those were his kids in real life. For real, for real. But anyways, she got a chance to meet the kids. They eventually get settled in after they pulled a prank on her. So it was time for dinner. Daniel had put a frog in her chair. Worst decision ever. She almost had a heart attack. She almost vomited everything. But anyways, that was beside the point. So she's settled in. As the weeks go on, she's starting to feel the vibe of the kids. They're starting to like respect her more and like get a common feel of how she is. So there's one incident where Daniel started talking to her while she was in her room reading, and he wanted to invite his girl, yes, 10-year-old with a girl, to his birthday party. And he wrote this beautiful note, and she was like, what you know what love is? And he pulled it out and read it all. He was like, listen. She was like, you wrote this? He was like, yeah, most of it. But from thestories.com for the big words. That was nice. It was a beautiful poem. Like, he did his thing. So after that, she was like, yeah, I won't mind teaching you how to roller skate or whatever, but you got to ask your dad about his girlfriend part. Like, and he was like, yeah, you sound like my dad. He thinks I'm too young to date. And she was like, yeah, because you are. So he could have added to and left out of there. So as she was going to go check back on Daniel, she saw Deidre running up the stairs looking all like scared or whatever. So she goes to her room in her bathroom and find out, she got her period. So she was trying to clean the blood out of her pants. And Montana was trying to tell her, listen, I've been there before. It happened to me. She was like, don't try to come here, try to relate to me so that, get cool points of sympathy. But she wasn't having it. So eventually, Quentin walks in and he's like, what's going on here? And Montana was shooting him like this is girl business. Like, go on about your business. So eventually that was that. I guess Deidre finally cleaned the blood out of her pants, whatever the case would be. So I think the next day or so, maybe even still that same day, she starts talking to Quentin. And I guess she had a question to ask him. And they was getting ready for church. And she was like, well, why you don't come to church? She was like, because I got other things to do. So basically he takes her to what he normally does on the Sundays that they're in church. Come to find out, he's also a owner of this transition home, which is basically a place where if you got cancer, breast cancer, whatever the case may be, this is the facility you go to so that you can get the care you need until it's your time to go. Because his wife, which is the kid's mother, she died from breast cancer. So, yeah, that was like the perfect opportunity for him to help others in need. So she got a chance to see what he really does. And she got to meet one of the patients there. Her name was Alexa. They tried to school Montana listen. And at first Montana was kind of took in the bag. And then Alexis finally told her, listen, we're just playing with you. So all in all, Montana said a prayer for Alexis, and then eventually they left. Alexis come to find out that she likes her and wants Quentin to bring her back. So he asked her, do you like barbecue? And she was like, yeah. So they go get to this barbecue joint. Mind you, her food was like so little. Something that a kid would eat, literally, for a person that loves barbecue, but whatever the case would be. So they sit down, start eating, and then Chloe, which is his girlfriend, that she also got to meet her in the beginning when she met the kids. So Chloe kept calling him, and he looks at the messages and go, and enjoys his time with Montana. So they get back home. She's there at his house, and Mother Chamberlain was like, do you know he's here? Does he know that you're coming, or are you here? She was like, She was like, one thing, her Mother Chamberlain said, like, one thing for sure, a man will tell you when he wants you around, and he will show you if he wants you around. So, and that all should have gave her a clue to, like, to step back and, stop trying to pursue something that is not that ready. Because if he wanted to marry you, he would have married you already. He wouldn't hesitate or nothing. He's basically just, stringing you along to see if there's something else out there. Yeah. So, after that, Montana teaches the kids an original song. She makes them French toast. Come to find out, all of them like French toast. That was one of their traditions they had with their mother. And she baked it instead of putting it on the stove. So everybody was like kind of suspect about it. But once they tried, they was like, okay, yeah, she did that. So like I said, she teaches them a song. She also gets them to help clean up the kitchen from their breakfast. And all in all, it's just good vibes. So one day at church, Montana got chosen to sing her song, and the kids wanted to go, but she was also wanted the father to go too. So eventually he got up and went. So he was like, listen, the only reason I'm going because I want to hear Montana sing. That should have been a clue right there that he liked her. Like, So they go to hear her go to hear her sing. Chloe's there with an attitude like, you didn't tell me you was going to come. He's like, after all these years, you want to come now? He was like, listen, I just came to hear her sing. Like, come on now. Eventually, she got up and left. She also runs into her ex-boyfriend, Rio. And now that that's happened, Chloe and Rio are now in cahoots to try to win win Montana back for Rio and Chloe to get her man back. Because Chloe sensed that, Quentin and Montana got something going on, which they didn't at the time. So all in all, Chloe was hired by Quentin to put on this Christmas show event thing that they do every year, I guess. And also, Montana took the kids to spruce up the transition home, make it more comfy, livable in the Christmas spirit for the people that's, suffering from their cancer. So after that, the kids was able to sing the song that Montana taught them at the gala event. And Quentin was quite surprised that, they sounded amazing and happy that they sound just like their mother. Because, I guess that's what was missing in their home, which was the joy, happiness, the love of singing. So after that, Chloe and Rio took it upon themselves to, I guess, put up some pictures, explicit pictures of Montana on his website. And then Chloe goes to Quentin and talk to him outside and say that this is who you really want to be around your kids. And she shows him the pictures, and he's just like, took it back. Basically, he's also upset because she also let the kids sing and taught them the song behind his back. So that was one problem. And then the fact that the pictures, that was another problem. So yeah, after that, he's finally spoke to Montana, and he told her, listen, you're fired. I want your packet thing to get out. So of course she went back into the house crying and everything. And then Mother Chamberlain comes in and was like, listen, he can't fire you. He didn't bring you here. I did. So, you good where you at. So eventually the kids, they were mad because she was leaving. They finally got adjusted to her, and they was happy with how things was going. And they was so sad. So eventually, Montana leaves. She goes to the church. I guess Mother Chamberlain spoke to Quentin and told him like how things were and stuff like that. So eventually he had a change of heart. He goes to the church where she's at and he talks to her. They have a little heart to heart, and he basically came to the conclusion that everybody wants her back at the house, especially him, because I guess he told her like I had a feeling I was gonna like you from day one. Like once he saw her, it was like head over heels in love with her. But you know, some people, I don't believe this, but some people be like, you fall in love at first sight. I mean, you can't really say no because unless it's happened to you. So I don't know, kind of 50-50 in that. But whatever the case would be, come to find out, he starts singing back all over again. And they start singing the song. And then a couple of months later, they're all singing in the choir. The kids is happy. Everybody's just happy. And then enjoying life. She got the family that she didn't know she needed. Like, this was a great movie. The Sound of Christmas. Y'all got to watch it. It's on BET Plus. And they're also showing it this Friday. Like, come on now. Get in on the Christmas spirit. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this recap. It felt like it was taking forever, but you know, I got it, right? I got it. So with that being said, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.